You can't, you can't make this shit up. Anybody know who this is? His name is Carl Kleinhaus. He happens to be one of the first South Africaners to arrive to the U.S., courtesy of Donald Trump and your tax dollar. Why is he one of the ones that stick out the most? Because while the narrative is they were in fear of their lives and facing poverty in their homeland of South Africa, he's one of the ones that got here and now revealing the truth. Or at least the truth is revealing him. Because Mr. Kleinhaus wasn't facing poverty or struggle or fear of his life. Mr. Kleinhaus is owner of his own mining company in South Africa. Mr. Kleinhaus is leaving a 5-bedroom mansion. Home in South Africa. 5-bedroom home in South Africa. Where he says he left his home, his job, his cars, his dogs, and even his mother. Just grabbed his kids and left. So basically, he ran away from his responsibilities, like mortgage and bills. But most importantly, Mr. Kleinhaus is a white supremacist in Africa who has long posted anti-Semitic things about Jews and, of course, his love for Trump. And he goes on and on to post his racist ideology against Muslims and so on. Oh, yeah, and once again, his love for Trump. Anybody ever notice how those two seem to go hand in hand with the one president of the history of the United States, Donald Trump? No other president has ever had this white supremacist groups come fully and completely backing and supporting him. And he welcomes them. So there you have it, MAGA. And still, cricket sounds from you. The more and more all Donald Trump embarrasses and brings shame to this country and you, the more you either show support of what he did by making excuses or cricket sounds. So not only has Mr. Kleinhaus fully admitted that the murder rate of white farmers in South Africa is low, like non-existent, meaning that whole story that they're telling that, oh, Lord, we're afraid of our lives, is horseshit. He's heard stories of people being shot and killed, farmers like him being shot and killed before. But the reasons why they are trying to get here to America so soon is because of the end of apartheid, meaning that their land is now up for grabs because it's land that they stole from Afrikaners. Now the land becomes worthless. You get it? They're all trying to flee Africa because they think their land will become, there goes the neighborhood. Now our property value is going to drop. Yeah, white supremacy.
Did you guys see this? Julius Malema, he lets us know what he thinks about those 49 Afrikaners that went to the U.S. Listen.
There are no Afrikaners who have been killed here in South Africa. It's not true. And there are no 49 Afrikaners who left South Africa. You all know that. It's a fiction. It's drama. America with drama is number one. That thing is Muvango. I don't know what is Muvango in Africa. It's just a drama. I believe they landed and then they waited for cameras, took them pictures, the next flight back to South Africa. If those people are farmers, it means there are 49 farms available. Why are we not expropriating them? Because they've abandoned them. But why is the media not telling us? Because they say these are farmers. Why is the media, through its own investigation, say to us, this picture you see is a farmer at this. They are not farmers. There's no one who left farming here in South Africa. I suspect that those whites were these ones who were looking after cars at the parking lot. They were attending to cars and they went to fetch them there. And they can't live. They will never live the kind of life they live here in South Africa, anywhere else.
He said that those Afrikaners that left, they are not farmers, that they guard parked cars for a living, or else they would have never left South Africa. Do you think what he's saying is true? Let me know. Comment below.
Republicans, Democrats, independents, people that didn't even vote. Why is Donald Trump lying?
It's a genocide that's taking place that you people don't want to write about, but it's a terrible thing that's taking place, and farmers are being killed. They happen to be white. But whether they're white or black makes no difference to me. But white farmers are being brutally killed, and their land is being confiscated in South Africa.
Trump, you a liar, bro. Just like in America, yes, people are being killed. Rest in peace to anybody that has lost their life. Yes, white South African farmers have been killed, but at 2%. But that's not a high rate like Trump claims. Unfortunately, in South Africa, that's been the norm since 2003. But the real facts are, black South Africans are being killed at a much higher rate than white South Africans. So why isn't Trump trying to help the black South Africans that are being killed? There is no genocide against white South Africans. But you know who is being killed? Palestinians, Ukrainians. Why you not trying to help them? If they were racist white folks, something tells me you'd figure it out. Unarmed black and brown minorities are being killed in your own country. And you ain't gave a damn about that. Now all of a sudden you want to have compassion for human life? The South African president just came out and called you a bold-faced liar.
So those people who have fled are not being persecuted. They are not being, hounded. They are not being treated badly. And they are leaving ostensibly because they don't want to embrace the changes that are taking place in our country in accordance with our constitution. So we think that the American government has got the wrong end of the stick here, but we'll continue talking to them.
So in reality, white South Africans are really mad because they want South Africa to stay segregated and racist. White South Africans want it to be whites-only businesses and whites-only establishments. And all the South African president wants is equality and for everyone to be treated as equal. So Trump is flying in all the racist white South Africans that don't want equality in South Africa. What the
I have been thinking about this a lot. About the current situation in the United States. And here's where I come out about it. The attack on the United States of America from forces within the United States of America is really three-pronged. The first prong is Donald Trump. He is the clown. He is the clown, the fast talker at the carnival who raises fear and anger and makes people with less education angry at the people around them and ready to blame others, any others, all others for their situation. They're MAGA. MAGA is the least, and Trump are the least worrisome of this three-part attack. Both the other two parts, which are the technocrats and the Project 2025 people, are far more dangerous. But they got lucky that all three elements came together, that Trump could be the front man babbling horrible stuff about people, everybody but white people, healthy white people, healthy white male people, healthy white male people with money, that everyone else is dispensable and disposable. And his job was to raise the attack, get us so involved with what he was saying and what MAGA was saying that we weren't paying attention over here. Now, over here was the technocrats. It was the invader from South Africa. It was Elon Musk who said, I can find a way to sabotage a national election, which in my heart, I absolutely believe that he did. I can find a way to get into every government agency once Trump is in and has no idea what's going on, nor does he care. I can get in and I can get information on every single American. I can use it at our will whether it's finance information, money information, voter information, citizenship, green card, on disability, on Medicare, on Medicaid, all the information, and IRS information. I can get all of that together, and we can use that against this government, against the people. Then there's the third arm, and that's the most dangerous of all. That's the Project 2025 people. These are the white, wealthy men, white, wealthy, educated men that stay in the background, whose names you aren't not familiar with. It's people like Peter Thiel and Russell Vought. Russell Vought was the creator of Project 2025, the head of it. They have been making the plans for years to get rid of democracy in favor of whatever you want to call it, pseudo-theocracy, oligarchy. But what it means is to get rid of the middle class in the United States entirely, so that you have two classes. You have the leaders and the workers. To get rid of any weaknesses in society, a la as perceived in Nazi Germany. That means people with disabilities, old people. It's a three-part attack. And they are the smart people that are doing the most damage. So in time, just at this point in time, all three of those forces have come together for their own reasons, each for their own reasons, not coordinated. And wham, wham, our democracy may end in 2025. And it was all done within 90 days, 100 days, 105 days, I don't care. Wow. That's all I can say is wow.
Let's have a straight talk. You know, my drawers are still in a bunch when I think about that Orange Toad and these Afrikaners that he signed the executive orders to bring over here. And on top of everything else, he's lying, because you know if his lips moving, he's lying. He said they were facing genocide. I don't even think that Orange Toad could spell genocide unless somebody told him. He said it was the duty of the American people to help those that's facing disastrous conditions like genocide. Okay, Orange Toad. Sudan and the Congo have documented cases of people trying to commit genocide on them. I haven't heard you say anything about them. But these Afrikaners are facing genocide. Now, that's a lie straight from hell, and the South African government has condemned the lie. We know these people weren't facing any genocide. So he brings them over here. Then he asks the Episcopal Church to help settle them. See, the Episcopal Church had been helping settle refugees. But when they asked them to help these Afrikaners, they told them to kick rocks. In fact, their statement is that it was painful to watch one group of refugees selected in a highly unusual manner to receive preferential treatment over many other refugees who have been waiting in refugee camps and or dangerous situations. So they said they weren't going to help them, and I don't blame them. So all of these lies, like he's got this assistant secretary of public affairs going on CNN arguing with Victor Blackwell about the Afrikaners being subjected to genocide, which she could not prove. They've already said that's a lie. But he's got these people believing all these lies. I don't get it. How can you believe the lies that come out that man's face? But they do. But I'm going to tell you what. Every dog will have its day. He can treat people the way he treats them, but eventually it's going to come back on him. Oh, and karma has already come back on that Sarah Huckabee, who used to be always in the Trump corner. Well, she had that disaster out there in Arkansas and asked Trump for help. He told her to kick rocks. Then she had to keep asking to get a partial amount of help. Now, that's a red state. The other red state, Kentucky, had tornadoes and floods and disasters. The governor down there kept asking the toad for help. He kept turning them down. He kept asking. Then the toad finally gave him help for 13 counties, but the governor had asked for help for 33 counties. So you see, he doesn't care anything. If he thinks that some black or brown people are going to benefit from any government money, he's set dead against it. But he's willing to give it to the white ones coming over here. So what do y'all think? Have a good day.